notes and that's okay.
But you
And
Good evening and welcome to the Florissant City Council meeting for October the 23rd, 2023. I believe we have a Boy Scout in the audience. Would you like to come up and lead the council and the audience in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Just come right up to the lectern right here. You all join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Pagano? Here. Parson? Present. Siam? Here. Harris? Here. Manganelli? Here. Egan?
Here.
Caputa? Here. Shildroth?
Here. Let the record reflect that Mr. O'Donnell is excused and that a quorum is present. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting minutes of October the 9th, 2023? Not seeing any, Ms. Pagano moves to approve the minutes. That is seconded by Mr. Siam. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the minutes are approved. Our next item will be special presentations. The next item on the agenda is a proclamation for Extra Mile Day. Madam Clerk, will you please read the proclamation?
Whereas the City of Florissant is a community which acknowledges that a special vibrancy exists within an entire community when individual citizens collectively go the extra mile in personal effort, volunteerism, and service. And whereas the City of Florissant is a community which encourages its citizens to maximize their personal contribution to the community by giving of themselves wholeheartedly and with total effort, commitment, and conviction to their individual ambitions, families, friends, and community. Whereas the City of Florissant is a community which chooses to shine a light on and celebrate individuals and organizations within this community who go the extra mile in order to make a difference to lift up fellow members of their community. And whereas the City of Florissant acknowledges the mission of the Extra Mile America to create 550 extra mile cities in America and is proud to support Extra Mile Day on November 1st, 2023. Now therefore, I, Timothy J. Lowry, Mayor of the City of Florissant, Missouri, and members of the City Council do hereby proclaim November 1st, 2023 as Extra Mile Day.
Thank you very much. The next item on our agenda is the hearing from citizens. This is a time to speak to the council on any issue, not necessarily on the agenda, for a period of up to 3 minutes. This is not a question and answer period. If you would like to speak to a council member or the mayor, please remain until after the meeting is over and talk to us then. If you're here to speak on a public hearing, wait until the public hearing is called, and then you may speak during the hearing. If you wish to speak, I would ask you to complete a speaker's card, their yellow card, on the table next to the entrance of the chambers, and hand it to our city attorney, and we will call you as we get those. Sandy Meyer. Good evening, Ms. Meyer. Let's state your name again. We have your address for the record, and then you have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Sandy Meyer, 125 Pompano Lane. I'm going to come every 2 weeks, and I'm going to continue to say this exact same thing until you hear it. I would like to propose that our city requires any new construction to be built green. This should include permeable roads and sidewalks, as well as rain gardens with native plantings. The rain garden is designed to hold stormwater runoff so it can filter pollutants. There are special plants in the beds which actually assist in the process of absorbing the pollutants. The plants are also used to feed and attract birds and butterflies. I would also propose any new developments or construction in currently wooded areas be required to maintain a minimum of 25% of the existing trees. I know it's more expensive. Tough. Let's be the green city. Let's lead the way. If younger families want to move into these 109 4-bedroom, 3-bath homes, that's an attraction to be green. It's a great marketing tool. Let's do it. It's a great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you,
See
Ms.
you in
Meyer.
2 weeks.
Next item, communications. There are no communications this week. Public hearings. The next item on the agenda are public hearings. Public hearing number 2310-026.
In accordance with Section 405-125 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, October 23, 2023 at 7 p.m. on the following proposition. To authorize a special use permit to package liquor store for a package liquor store located at 490 Howdershell in an existing B3 extensive business district, Orioles Liquor. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantmarket.com.
Thank you. Is the petitioner present, Mr. Patel? Krunal Patel, come on forward, sir. Please state your name for us.
I'm Krunal Patel, Dad, and I came here, and thank you. Good evening, everybody. And I came to special use permit for Royals Liquor License, so that's why I came.
Can you
here.
talk a little bit in the mic, sir, so we can hear you better? Can you talk in the microphone?
Yes, good evening, everybody, sir. And I came here special use permit for the Royals Liquor, and location is 490 Howdershell Road, Florissant.
Thank
And
you.
already has been approved and planning and zoning department.
Okay, so you're not actually, are you the owner, or are you one of the workers there, one of the family members?
Yeah, I'm family member.
Okay, 'cause
my son has emergency. That's why he went day before yesterday, and that's why I got a present. So that's why I came here.
I communicated with him. That's going to be in my ward, and I did have some communication with him. He said he would not be here tonight.
But
I
I'm
wanna
authorized also.
I beg pardon?
I'm authorized also.
Okay, very good. What hours do you plan on operating?
Actually 9 to 10, and Sunday 11 to 8.
Do you plan any food or chips or snacks or candy bars?
Yeah, whatever required, like community needs. So might be we're gonna add something. Yes.
Okay. What about airplane bottles?
Airplane bottle, actually, I'm trying to avoid myself also because this is too much things, you know. Yeah, but if society want, we can do it. If society don't want, I don't want to do either.
One of the issues that we have had in that area at our plazas is an excess amount of trash. As a matter of fact, if you would walk out onto the parkway there by Howdershell, you will see in front of the gas station, in front of Citgo, this afternoon, there was about 50 airplane bottles.
Oh, that's not good for community, and I'm not agree with that also, you know, because I own this Royals Liquor. This is like a family-owned individual business, and 15 location we have. And if you want to anybody, you can visit in our St. Charles district, like 5 location, north side, east side, everywhere location, and very unique store and premium store, so we don't allow that to this thing because a lot of investment, and I'm not agree with that, you know, also.
So are you willing
So
to...
my property always clean and neat and clean, we keep it, yeah.
I visited your stores down in Hazelwood. I've been to the Hazelwood store, and I noticed that the parking lot does appear to be policed, and I know you will continue to police the parking lot and maybe station trash cans outside of your business there, correct?
Yeah, we keep it clean, yeah, always parking lot, yes.
And were you aware there's about 5 or 6 special circumstances when you have a liquor store? You have to have a camera.
Yes.
You have to have lighting.
Yes.
You can only have a certain percentage of the window covered up with advertisements.
Yes, whatever city
you're-
requirement, we cover window, yes.
And if I would mandate in the ordinance that you do not sell airplane bottles, would you abide by that?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Okay. Then we'll probably go ahead and amend the ordinance between now and then, yes. Mr. Parson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, Mr. Patel. How are you?
How are you, sir, Mr. Robert?
All right. I just have one question. I saw that you guys are leasing these premises as is. What are your plans in terms of, I guess, construction or trying to rehab the premises so it'll be ready
Actually,
for
this
you?
is my first property, and we lease that property, and we gonna remodeling everything, whole inside. But I don't know about the outside because this I don't own property. But this myself, his property is beautiful also.
Okay. Are you guys like knocking down walls or what do you?
Oh, inside?
Yeah, on the
Inside, whatever that's require, my architect make plan and everything, and we're gonna submit in soon, within like couple days. And inside, whatever interior and everything, changing floor and inside, whatever necessary, we're gonna huge amount of money for the interior also.
Okay. So you're gonna redo the floors.
Sure. Oh yeah. Everything.
Ceilings, maybe.
Ceiling, painting, everything. Yes.
And
Yeah.
painting. Okay. I understand. All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate Mr. Robert, and thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, everybody, sir. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity.
Just 1 second, please. We might have a couple more
He
questions.
wants to get out.
I'm
of here
sorry.
quick.
I'm sorry.
I don't blame you wanting to get out of this group. You got to bear with us for just a second. I don't see any other council questions or comments, so before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience that would like to make comment? Seeing none, I will make a motion to close this public hearing. That is seconded by Mr. Shildroff. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you now and good luck, okay?
Appreciate, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and everybody. Thank you.
Our second public hearing of the evening will be public hearing number 2310-027.
In accordance with Section 405-125 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri, in the council chambers at 955 Rue Saint-Francois on Monday, October 23rd, 2023, at 7 p.m. on the following proposition: to amend a special use permit to allow for a change of hours of operation in the existing B3 Extensive Business District for the property located at 1752, 1756 North New Florissant, 1219 Restaurant and Lounge. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantbo.com.
Thank you. Is our petitioner present, Ms. West? Good evening. Step forward, ma'am. If you will again state your name for the record, I'd appreciate it.
Hello, my name is Lisa West.
Good evening, Ms. West. If you go ahead and make your case and state what you'd like to do, we'd love to hear it. And I have a few questions for you.
Not a problem. Originally took over Shade Restaurant and Bar, changed the name, had some circumstances to arise. Initially, the goal was to come in and do a brunch place, which still will be happening, and the hours. And so now I'm finding that due to the restricted hours, financially, it's not feasible for me to close at 10 o'clock. The other day, we had a party of 10 people come in at 8:50. I was not able to service them, seeing that per my ordinance that no one can be in the building past 10 o'clock. So I'm here today to request extended hours so I may serve my clientele that's there and be able to make money to continue to build, to get a kitchen put in, to get the dishes that we talked about, Ms. Pagano, a long time ago, and be able to continue my business. If not, I will have to close the business.
Okay. Well, as I recall, and I'll go first, when you first approached the council, you were coming in as a breakfast panini place with mimosas and daiquiris, I believe. Is that correct?
I don't remember the mimosas, but they do come with it. Yes, DAC, and we will be still a brunch place when we open up.
And then we morphed into the barbecue place because you were taking over you're not doing barbecue anymore, is that correct?
No, we have some items on the menu, but we still grill. We still have the authorization to be outside. I did submit to planning and zoning over 6 weeks ago the drawings for the kitchen to get a full kitchen put in, and I have not heard back from them yet to review the plans.
So you submitted plans for a full kitchen, but you don't have the commercial kitchen just yet?
That is correct. We are still authorized to have the outside kitchen, and that's how we function.
So in the commercial kitchen that you're pushing in, you're petition to put in with planning and zoning with the city, dishwasher, Ansel system, fryers, all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what you're telling me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that you're a restaurant and a bar?
That is correct.
And you know I get very concerned about nightclubs, and I want to just take a moment and tell you why. I have been conservatively in at least 2,500 sports bars in this town in the last 40 years I've been legal to have a drink. And never once have I seen a fight or a disturbance. Matter of fact, I called my friend the other day when I saw this on the agenda, and he owned a bar and restaurant in town. I said, how many times in the 20 years did the cops have to come to your place? And he said, oh, I can tell you right now, none. So when I was a young man, I was 22, we had a bar in town called the Oyster Bar. And it was sort of a South Florida type theme. And every night about 7 o'clock, it would turn into a nightclub. And every night you went in there was a fist fight. A few years before that, in 1977, that's how long I've been in this town, there's a place called someplace else Discotheque. You and I probably remember Discotheque, but I don't think anyone, it's other people in the room. No. I'm looking at Jackie, and every night there was a place called the Discotheque right across from where we were curb boys, and every night between 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock, the cops would just roll in there all night long, fight after fight after fight. As a police officer for the last 40 years in Maryland Heights, we had a nightclub district. And every single night, we spent literally from 9 p.m. to closing dealing with the fights. Then they'd push them all to the Waffle House and the Denny's. And that's where the problems continue. And my real problem is and I don't care if people go out and get in a fight. That's some things people do. But if I have 4 cars at a bar or a restaurant or a nightclub breaking up a fight, and a supervisor, I don't have a car in my ward. There's no car patrolling. So you're telling me this is just a straight restaurant and sports bar, correct?
Not a sports bar. It's a restaurant, and the DBA is a lounge. We cater to families when we open up during the day, and
Perfect.
in the evening we cater to adults who have families at home, 401k. I don't gravitate to people who have a mentality of nuisance. I don't gravitate to people who have a disregard for life, have a disregard for ordinance or violation. I don't gravitate to that. So I've been in wine and spirits for 24 years. I've seen the key thing that I see is that the management has a tendency of letting their stipulations down because they need to make money. And I have consistently kept that across the board. I'm not attracting anyone 21 years of age. I mean, if you come in, we have a standard. And so that's what I live by.
But you would acknowledge that since you've owned the business, there have been some problems there.
I will acknowledge that I opened the business. There was 2 what I call isolated situations. The first one, we can talk about it. On March the 10th, my family, we were inside cleaning up, ready to leave. And then, as you all know, when we departed in the morning, 2 young men, which happened to be 18 and 19, who were not able to even be in our spot, stole a vehicle in Hazelwood, drove down Lindbergh, and accosted a group of people outside to rob. The same 2 young men who shot someone at Quick Trip the week before. So when I say an incident, I feel, to me, that didn't have anything to do with shade. And the question is, if you were not there. But as a new business, we're going to work late hours, we're going to service, we're going to clean. I have to make sure everything's in order. So being open for 10 days, it took us a long time to clean up. We had that situation. In the ordinance, it was stated that we needed to be closed at 10 on March the 22nd. We had officer, he arrived at about, I want to say 10:30, 10:28, came to the door. The door was locked. I physically let him in, and it goes back and forth that there were people who were still partying. He assumed that because the music was on, that's partying. That's his personal. Nobody was dancing. People were wrapping up. I explained to you all before that there were still people in there out of the 120 people that were there because our system had gone down, and these are paying customers that had paid for their food to be serviced. And then we had a few other people. I have some of those same customers that are here tonight. And so that situation happened. And because of that, I was suspended liquor license for 2 months after being open for basically, not even 6 weeks. And so that's the other reason why I'm here today, to make sure we don't have any miscommunication, we don't have any violations in extending the hours, so we know for a fact what you guys mean by closed, even though it's special and unique to my situation, I believe, but being here, talking about it, getting the hours extended so there won't be any other situations. If I call, it's because I feel like my life is being threatened, not because there's a situation whatsoever.
Very good. So you won't be doing things that I would categorize that nightclubs would do? You won't be selling parking spaces?
No.
You won't be charging VIP fees to a VIP club? You won't have cover charges for people to come in and eat? You have a minimum. You'll have a minimum spending.
If you in a restaurant, this goes to Ruth Chris, all high-end 5-star restaurants. If you book a reservation of a party of 10 or more, I do require a food and beverage minimum, and that goes towards your bill. That's a standard practice in any restaurant. Any restaurant. If you book a big party, so my thing is, if I reserve seating for 10 people. My expectation is that you're going to be there. And then if you don't show, then now I've lost out on possibility of 10 other guests. So it is a food and beverage minimum required if you book a big party, but that goes towards your bill. That's not any extra funds that I keep.
So what would be the minimum number of people you would have in a party for you to hit them with a booking fee?
It's not a booking fee. It's a food and beverage minimum. Okay. So if you have 10 or more people, then that's what I require. And it's something minimal. It's like $25, $50 to go towards your bill. And that's been clear in every conversation, even in my email, even in well, I should say advertisement. When you want to reserve, I send that back to you. And, if you all want to come, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, I'll do the same thing as well, because I want to guarantee that I'm not losing out on those profits. If you go to Ruth Chris, Jay Gilbert's, it's the same thing.
Okay, so if 6 people come in, they're not going to get charged with a minimum fee?
They're only going to get a 20% gratuity fee for 6 or more, and that's standard practice.
What about cover charges for people to get in and listen to music?
As I stated before, I have never to this day had a cover charge.
Okay. And one last question. Are there going to be preferred seating or table charges?
No.
Other than what you talk about, a minimum, which I can see if you have a party booked for 10 people, that's one thing.
Yep. If you go on Yelp, you can make your reservation. We reserve seating. So if someone puts a reservation for 4 people and I happen to put them up in the front or the back, there's no preferential treatment. Every guest is treated the same.
But there's no fee for that. If I go on Yelp and book a table?
Make a reservation and I'll see you this week, and there'll be no extra charges.
Fabulous. Okay, that's all the questions I have. Ms. Pagano?
I do have a question, and maybe this is to our city attorney. As far as the special use permit to allow for adding nightclub use, and we don't allow nightclubs. So the wording to allow for adding nightclub use with live performance.
That was in P&Z.
And that was incorrect. Todd Hodges changed that, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify, because then I thought I saw it again in another
That was a mistake at the plan.
paper in our agenda, in the agenda. That's why I was just clarifying that is out. I'm just looking, you do not have the full kitchen yet, right? You're saving for that,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. What are we cooking on?
Oh, here, I brought a menu for
You
all
got
of
a
you all
menu.
to see.
Good girl. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's what I see. And also, I'm sort of, you just made a statement with the one incident that happened in March of the 18 and 19-year-old, I believe they were 18 and 19, and you said they don't fit your establishment. It was something, those kind of words that you used, or that's not what you're going for. So if they came in to eat, you
Anybody can come in and
allow and eat?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because I'm just, again, I went back to P&Z meetings, and that, that you're looking for 45 and older. And when you said that, then I was sort of concerned that you're not letting the younger ones in if they just want to eat, but we're family oriented.
Here's a prime example. So right now, we open at 4 o'clock because right now no one's coming in. We have to be prepared to open during the day. We have live jazz music, which I've expressed and said before. So the jazz music, we had a guy by the name of Rod Tate. He's a saxophonist, okay? We had 2 young men. They were over 21. They wanted to come in, and he looked and he said, "Oh, this is for old heads." And I turned, I said, "Well, I guess it is." So what I mean by that is that if we play any type of music, that's the type of music. We're, no shun on any rap music, but you're not going to see any hip hop boys rapping on. That's that's what I mean by that. You understand? So it's going to be what I call genre that is a little more like back in the day when you were music that anyone 45 and up could relate to. Okay. We all love Nelly, but we're not dropping like it's hot. Is that, if that makes sense?
Right.
Okay.
I'd make a comment, but I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay. That I don't know if anyone else has any questions.
Mr. Harris?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, Ms. West. My question was in line with Ms. Pagano's, and I think, I highlighted the thing from P&Z that said evening location for adults of the age of 45 and older, and I was wondering, what that meant, right? But I think what you're saying is you're the type of establishment you're running will attract people that old. Not that you'll disallow other people from coming in, but that will attract them. Okay, so that clarifies my question on that. I think I'm satisfied. Thank you.
I see no further council questions. Ms. Pagano, hang on 1 second, please. Do you have another question, ma'am? Okay. Before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a statement? You may step forward, sir, and state your name for the record, please. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Kevin Bryant. Proceed.
Proceed.
All right. So my name is Kevin Bryant. I am a long-term resident of Florissant, very happy and proud of this city. I'm also a business owner in the city of St. Louis. So we're doing about $200 million worth of development, and we tried really hard to get Ms. West to come to the city, but she loved the county and she wanted to be here. So as a character witness, even though we lost her, I wanted to really double down on the fact that I'm very proud that she has a business out here because it's where I live and not where I work. I also have owned a marketing company for 30 years. My original background was Anheuser-Busch before I went out on my own. And I've marketed for every kind of nightclub and small business you can imagine, and there's nothing harder than a restaurant. We've seen violence at Chuck E. Cheese. That's the most dangerous place you can take your kids nowadays. I've also seen Red Robin get to a point where you can buy alcohol and leave the restaurant. So it's not a matter of the alcohol. It's not a matter of whether or not they play music. It's a matter of the proprietor. Businesses live and die by the person who owns it. And I'm saying, as a personal friend to this young lady, this is one of the best proprietors I've ever known. And to have her have a restaurant here when she can put it anywhere, I think we would be doing her a tremendous disservice, as well as the city of Florissant, if we lost her. So I just wanted to say that. She didn't know I was coming. I really, truly believe in her as a proprietor, and I look forward to her business remaining open and her getting the hours that she's looking for.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to make a statement? Come on forward. State your name, please.
Good evening.
And please talk in the mic so we can hear you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Tanya Lacey. I am a Florissant resident. I've been in Florissant for just about 20 years now. And I've seen a lot of businesses in my neighborhood close. I've seen them come and go. I see a lot of the strip malls now that have vacant spaces. And so the fact that we have not only a resident in our community, but a business owner who wants to remain in our community, it speaks volumes. I feel that this is a family-oriented establishment. Every single time that I frequent this establishment, I'm treated as if it was my first time going, and this is the same for me and my family as well. I can't speak to that as far as some of the other businesses, and I'm speaking about chains where we've experienced bad customer services, not being open when they stated that they would be open. That's never been the case. So again, I would like to see this business remain in our community and generate revenue for our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on forward, sir. Good evening. If Bill states your name for the record and speak into the microphone so we can hear you, I'd appreciate it.
Courtney Mitchell, and I live in Florissant on Walsworth. Committee woman, Jackie. I was going to say, real brief, that I've known her, we worship together, and plus, when I pick a guest up from the airport, I think it'd be good to spend money in Florissant versus by the airport or other places like that. So a lot of places are closed. I know the donut place is open 24 hours, but sometimes you want sweets and salts, right? So, but that's all I have to really say. I think she's a good person to add to the community, and maybe possibility, because I want to be able to, get up at like 9:30, go down the street, get some food real quick on North Florissant, right? Yeah. So, but she's a good person, so I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Anybody else wish to make a comment? Seeing none, I will make a motion. We close this public hearing, seconded by Mr. Siam. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Pagano, you have a motion to make?
I do. I would like to make a motion to remove bill number 9923 from the agenda.
There's a motion on the floor to remove bill number 2093 from the agenda.
99.
Did I get it wrong?
99.
I'm looking for 9923. I will second that motion. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And that bill will be removed from the agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pagano. Next item, old business. Bills for second reading, and there are none. New business. Council appointments. Your Honor. Request. Councilman Schildroff moves to approve a request to approve a permit for Michael Blum to keep 3 hens located at 148 Boone Street. That is seconded by Mr. Manganelli. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the motion carries. Liquor request. Councilman Siam moves to approve the request for a full liquor by the drink license for Brennan's Bar and Grill, located at 1740 Thunderbird. That is seconded by Mr. Parson. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes, sir. Pagano? Yes. Parson? Yes. Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Yes. Childrop?
Yes.
And the request is approved. Liquor request. I will make a motion to move to approve a beer and wine by the drink location for Behind the 8 Ball located at 1165 North Highway 67. As seconded by Mr. Caputa. Is there any discussion? I would make a motion that we call the petitioner up. Is the petitioner present? I'll make a motion to call to amend the agenda to have the petitioner step forward. That is seconded by Mr. Siam. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Good evening. Your name again, sir? Good evening. Hang on, please, while I get your mic on, Mr. Walsh. You are opening the billiard store,
yes,
right?
sir.
When you first came to us a few months ago, you weren't going to ask for liquor or wine. What's changed?
I believe I petitioned for it at that time. I mentioned that in my initial proposal. So nothing's changed. I just had to go through the process.
Okay. Well, I certainly things can change. I talked to Mr. O'Donnell not too long ago, and he was still under the impression. Have you talked to him about this?
No. There again, like I said, when I initially pitched my proposal to the city council, I mentioned all that at the beginning, and I had a health inspection recently. So
explain to me, are you going to be, you're running the pool hall with alcohol now is what you want to do?
I don't have alcohol in there at all right now. No, I had to wait to get approval.
That's what you want. You want the approval to run with alcohol, correct?
Yes, just beer and wine only, no hard liquor.
And what hours are you proposing to serve alcohol from?
11 to 11. I'm open 11 to 11.
You close at 11 o'clock at night?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is that every day you close at 11 or just?
Every day, Monday through Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any further questions. Thank you. Anyone else on the
Okay.
council? Okay, there's a motion on the floor that is seconded. I need a roll call vote, please.
Pagano? Parson? Cyan? Harris? Meganelli? Egan?
Yes,
Caputa? Shildroth?
and the request is granted. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bills for first reading. Bill number 9222, 9922. It has been a long day.
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit to 490 Jai Ganesha LLC, DBA Royals Liquor, to allow for a packaged liquor store located at 490 Hottershell.
Bill number 9924.
Ordinance adopting the budget for the city of Florissant for the fiscal year commencing on December 1st, 2023, and ending on November 30th, 2024, and providing for its effective date clause.
Bill number 9925.
Ordinance realizing the revenue of $392,394 from Missouri American Water to the street fund and appropriating the same amount to account number 4085670, street contract for the restoration of Harrison Street.
Mr. Shildroth makes a motion for a second reading. That is seconded by Mr. Caputa. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance realizing revenue of $392,394 from Missouri American Water Company to street fund and appropriating the same amount to account number 4085670, street contract for the restoration of Harrison Street.
Mr. Caputa makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Mr. Manganelli. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, sir. Pagano? Parson? Cyan? Harris? Manganelli? Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Shildroth? Ordinance realizing revenue of $392,394 from Missouri American Water Company to the street fund and appropriating the same amount up to account number 4085670, street contract for the restoration of Harrison Street.
Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to this bill? Seeing none, clerk, please poll the council.
Pagano? Parson? Cyan? Harris? Manganelli? Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Shildroth?
Bill number 9925 passes and becomes ordinance number 8927. Bill number 9926.
Oh, sorry. Ordinance authorizing a transfer in the capital improvement fund of $20,000 from account number 403-56520, sidewalk repairs, to account number 403-53300, materials and supplies for the continued repairs to the city streets by street division.
Mr. Caputa makes a motion for a second reading. That is seconded by Mr. Parson. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance authorizing a transfer of the capital improvement fund of $20,000 from account number 403-56520, sidewalk repairs, to account number 403-53300, materials and supplies for continued repair to the city streets by the street division.
Mr. Shildroth makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Mr. Caputa. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Pagano? Parson? Cyan? Harris? Manganelli? Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Shildroth? Ordinance authorizing a transfer in the capital improvement fund of $20,000 from account number 403-56520, sidewalk repairs, to account number 403-53300, materials and supplies for the continued repairs of city streets by the street division.
Before the final vote is taken on this bill, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Seeing none, clerk, please poll the council.
Pagano? Parson? Cyan? Harris? Manganelli? Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Shildroth?
Bill number 9926 passes and becomes ordinance number 8928. Next item on the agenda is council announcements. Ms. Pagano.
Yes, Councilman Shildroth and I will be having our ward meeting for Wards 5 and 7 on Thursday, November 9th at 7 p.m. at the Justice Center, and we hope that everyone can make it.
Your Honor? Oh, well, hold on, please. Mr. Caputa. You almost got bumped there.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, we're getting that time of year where the mornings, they're pretty chilly out there. So do not go out and start your car, leave it unattended while it's running. We don't need like a repeat of last year with these cars being stolen, with them being running unattended. The police, if they see it, they will ticket you on that. If it's running, your car's not a running, or it's running and it's not attended to, you can be ticketed for that. So please be aware of that, because I know the weather is getting colder in the morning. If you own a firearm, make sure you keep that firearm secured. Do not leave it in the vehicle unsecured. Be a responsible firearm owner, and do not leave it unsecured. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Caputa. Your Honor.
Thank you. So this is Saturday, October the 28th. We have the Family Boo Bash, which is going to be at the Egan Center from 12 to 2. Be trick-or-treating, games and activities, and food vendors. And then on Sunday, the 29th, we'll have the Halloween skate party, which is for 5 to 14-year-olds. $6 for residents, $8 for non-residents, and please wear your costumes because we'll have a costume contest on that event. The 2023 Veterans Day Parade will be held on Sunday, November the 5th, beginning at 1 o'clock. We'll begin at Duchesne Elementary and Bangor Park area. And we'll go up Florissant Road to St. Francis, and we'll end at our VFW Post 4105. And at the conclusion of the parade, we're going to honor our 2023 Veteran of the Year, Ron Fink. So please attend that event. It's always a wonderful event, and certainly have a wonderful veteran community here in our city, so please come out and honor our veterans. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. The next meeting of the Florissant City Council will be on November the 13th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Ms. Pagano makes a motion to adjourn this meeting. That is seconded by Mr. Siam. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the council shall stand adjourned. You can have your